I saw her, she took my whole life into a cosmic blur. I say, hey girl, one day after mass, little motherfucker, eat your fucking ass, yeah. Ooh, girl,
what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Right. Schmodown Entertainment Network. It's me, Kristian Harloff, here today. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful Tuesday. And it is an absolute pleasure. And what a special show it is today. So many different reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, as always on a Tuesday, she is the one, she is the only. Roxy Striar is in the house.
Like a ray of sunshine, you
getting blasted in the face.
A wonderful ray of light that I am. Always positive.
The sun's getting graphic with you this morning.
Straight up.
Yeah. Ben Goddard in the house.
Morning, everybody.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Happy to be wearing a sweatshirt right now. It feels great.
I'm very excited as well. Winston Marshall, how you doing?
You know, I was told y'all got tired of me eating, so I just put it in liquid form. Say something about a drink.
Even better. RB3, the one and only.
Yo. Happy to be here.
All right. So, who's our special guest today, ladies and gentlemen? Who's our special guest? Well, if you are a Collider Live fan, then you know this. If you are someone who just in the back in the day found my YouTube channel or the recent motherfucking, ladies and gentlemen, Scoots himself, Mike Beato is in the house. Roxy, it's Scoots.
Wait. Why am I not picking up what you're putting down?
No rhyme, no reason.
No reason. That's what I put in, but I wrote rhyme instead of rhyme. I thought so.
Yes, that is no rhyme. No,
what?
That's right.
No fucking way.
Broke Roxy, yo.
That's great, though. That's why we opened with that song.
That's why we opened with that song. Scoots
That's cool. Was that like a remix or something?
That was a remix by Matthew Reed. He does a lot of great songs for us. He's a great fan. He's done a lot of songs for us in the past, and he did that one for no rhyme, no reasons. But I'll tell you, I didn't realize that we had this. Let me play this because this is a great one. This one we never played before, so I'm gonna let you guys know. Here it is.
Oh, I've heard ice cream.
You've never heard ice cream, or maybe did I play it on Collider?
You played this.
Okay, all right, here it is.
It's great.
How itchy was that wig?
Not bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Wait a minute, that's a wig.
I was sitting in my yard, Hacienda Boulevard.
Get a head movement on beats.
On a sunny day. Who was on?
It was Scooter.
This is what he said. I said I've got a sweet tooth. I don't want no baby Ruth. I want some ice cream. Can we get some ice cream? Some vanilla or chocolate, or maybe strawberry. Can we get some ice cream? Some motherfucking ice cream. So we walk down the street.
This is my favorite part.
Take a while, guess who we meet? We met motherfucking Sassy.
Look at that movement.
I walked into Sass. I said, what's the matter? He said, absolutely nothing. He was eating cake batter. His favorite motherfucking ice cream. His motherfucking ice cream.
Ladies and gentlemen, so
That was enough.
Wow.
That was enough.
So good. It's so good.
so good. It's a no rhyme, no reason. It is back, and now Scoots is here. So, Mike.
Hey, yes.
Yeah, we've been trying to get Mike on the show for a while. We've been trying to get him on Collider Live. You were on Far Away with me and Tiffany, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago. But
what happened that he didn't want to come on for so long?
He saw footage of you. And he said,
I figured it had to do something.
He said that woman scares me, and I don't want to go in there. No, it is not true. But Mike, so what have you been doing, man? Mike's a very very talented musician. He's been putting out albums over the last couple of years. So what have you been doing with yourself?
Yeah, just doing that. Writing a lot of songs, putting stuff on Spotify. Following you. And that's really about it.
Well, it's good to have you back here. And you'll be, because it was funny because he told, as I was telling him, back in the day when you were when it was Collider or whatever it was, people would come in and you'd want them to know what was going on in the world of movie news. He's like, I got to be honest. He's like, I don't pay attention to the movie stuff as was like what everybody else does here. I go, dude, you've joined the right show. I was like, whether Brett's not on today, Kate's not on, but like, you don't really have to have an extensive knowledge as long as you have your opinions on what the hell's going on. So you fit right in, and you can be able to do stupid, goofy songs and shit too. So it's good to have you back.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
So we're gonna
nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man.
And we have some shit going down today.
What is it?
A lot of stories, Rox. There's a lot of stories. Netflix is going to do a Crass and Creve. They're going to cross some creep. Yeah, Clace Clove is going to be in it. But they're going to do Assassin's Creed. They're going to do a TV series on Netflix. And to me, this is the way to go. People are sick of it. You can predict what I'm going to say when it comes to television series because there's more. When it comes every video game, no video game should be transferred to movies. No video game should be transferred to movies because the stories are too long. You're cutting too much out. So if you make it a full series, that's why Knights of the Republic, make it a TV series. No movie, or make it like 6 movies if you're going to do it. But to me, Netflix series, love it. Rocks, what say you?
I'm the same way as you. I'm not as strong as no video game should ever be a movie. Ever! I feel like there's an exception to every rule, but I do agree that the reason that video games transfer better to TV series, obviously, is because you have more time to flesh out a story, or at least like a mini series type of thing. I didn't play Assassin's Creed. I did watch my brother play it frequently. I think this is a cool kind of opportunity to see a lot of different time periods, jump around a lot, not get bored with a TV show. I think doing this in a TV series could be actually incredibly successful.
Yeah, and people are asking in the chat, like, what are they going to do as far as will they be doing an origin thing? I think you start from the beginning. I think you tell the story straight from the beginning, the first game ever happened, and take it all the way through and take me through as many games as possible. Goddard, you're the gamer here. What do you think about this?
Well, I remember when Michael Fassbender, everyone thought that was going to be like the first good video game movie, and we were all wrong.
Farts on a platter.
No,
but it's the same thing with Last of Us. It's like you want this to be good, and I do like the TV show aspect, but also I want a new story. I don't want to see like an Assassin's Creed game I've already played just like put on a TV show because I'm like, I've played it. But
wait, Ben, that's the difference. See, I push back on that because the same reason. If that was the case for everything, then we would never have Harry Potter movies because people would, or Lord of the Rings. Well, I read the books, so why make the movie? It's for those people who don't play games to tell that story.
Vader Burnt Taint donated $20. I think
Taint.
Video game movies / TV have the potential to take the throne from comic book movies. There is so much untapped potential to explore. All it's going to take is one film or series to really pop off. And by the looks of it, the studios are going all in.
Agreed. And that's a reminder, by the way, if you want to interrupt the show, you can. You go to streamlabs.com/the That's what keeps the crew here. That's what keeps us going. So if you're able to do it, head on over to streamlabs.com/the Definitely put your questions in, no doubt. But if you want to interrupt the show and get your thoughts out like that last gentleman did, please do it. But Goddard, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, and I'm totally there with you, absolutely. But just like, I guess with Assassin's Creed, there's a little more room because there's so many different stories. So I'm looking forward to this. Absolutely. Last of Us, I'm a little more wary because that is such a story game with so many emotions and great performances. But this one, like, you can make up for with like live action and like, really cool. Like The Witcher did it, like, and that went really well.
Yeah, you know what? So people are asking about Mike if he's got a Twitter. He does. He's at Beato the actor, at BITO THE ACTOR.
Yeah, I'm about to add it to the screen.
No, that's not correct.
Oh, it's not in anymore? Is that
No. I don't have one at the moment. No.
Oh, you got rid of it.
No, I'm on Instagram if they'd like to.
Okay, Instagram. So and that
Mike,
what's
Mike Beato, MikeBeato.
Okay, cool. So Mike, what do you think about? I mean, because you play games, right?
What did you
Yeah,
just say?
I played Assassin's Creed. Sorry.
No, there was a Twitter account that you used to have, right?
I don't think so.
It's somebody else. I mean, somebody else
talking to somebody
You've
else.
been following.
I don't know. Somebody else.
Hilarious. He's been DMing somebody this entire fucking
That's why
time.
Mike hasn't been on the show yet.
Wait a minute. You're gonna tell me? Look. So
Is there a picture of me on there?
yeah, is that not you?
What the heck? I don't remember signing up for that. Maybe
Well,
I did. I don't
person
remember it.
follows me.
Yeah.
That's gotta be
Bro.
really old. I didn't
Well,
know
let's
that
see.
was there.
The last time you tweeted was never. So that's
Yeah.
So there you go.
I don't know if that was me. I don't know if that was
It was
me.
a good year for
Yeah.
wine.
Well, you'll have more followers on that account today. So there you go.
Figure out your login.
Thanks.
Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be cool to see what time period they're gonna go with.
Yeah.
You know, because they have the Italian, they have Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I think he's right. They do it like The Witcher. I think they'll do it right. They just have to get the action down, the parkour and all that.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty essential part of the game. They get that part right. You know, I think it'd be really good.
I felt like
agree.
that's what the Michael Fassbender movie was missing. Like, I felt like we barely saw him do any flips. Like, they spent half the time in the future with the stupid technology thingy, and I was like, which is, the video game is kind of like that, but nobody plays the video game for those moments. Like, everybody plays for the
I
adventure.
hate that part. I hate that part of the game.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
it
Well,
goes back to the
I don't actually have a problem with it personally. Like, this was a series that I have been following since its inception. It's one of my absolute favorite series. I don't have a problem with it because at a certain point, the whole point was that you're training the modern day dude Desmond to actually become an assassin himself. Like, that was kind of the point.
Right.
And so once you get to the end of 3 and all of a sudden he's like, all right, I'm about to F some people up. Like, that to me was exciting, but I don't want to spend a majority of the time, but I do want that story. I like the idea of bridging the future with the past. I think that that's a really interesting element. It was kind of even why, I mean, I didn't see the movie. What time period did they go to with Fassbender?
Yeah, go ahead.
It was-
It was the old.
Era?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was
Okay,
literally
so-
like the first game. Like,
Yeah.
Well, the reason why I asked is if it was the first game, then having him go back and play because who was Ezio was the second one. Who was the first one? Oh my Jesus. Who was the first
Madonna.
assassin?
Elliot.
Alto.
Altier or something like
Altier.
Altier.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, it was Shit Pants McGee, I think, right?
it was just stupid to me because Altier is supposed to be Middle Eastern and you got Michael Fassbender. So it made sense if you want to have the future version of him potentially because maybe he has like a white ancestor. But I was like, that doesn't really.
The movie's terrible. It's a terrible movie.
And I agree, Winston. That should be a through line, but they just spent way too much time there. It was so boring. Like,
But
Or RB3. Did you know that when I saw that movie, I didn't even know the stranger next to me, and it was so bad I punched him in the face.
Jesus.
And but he apologized after I did it.
he apologized to you.
Wow.
Question for you guys, not being the biggest gamer in the room, would you guys rather see this like a Quantum Leap where every episode is different, or like a Fargo where every season focuses
Every
on
season.
different?
Season.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think
okay.
That's the way to go.
I think I absolutely think that's the way to do it. So hopefully that's what they're going to do, because it is proven with whether it's Mandalorian or other shows that if you put enough time into it, you'll develop the characters, you'll be able to expand on the lore, and I think that's the way that they're going. This is a smart move on their part. I think this is the
Are
way
there
to go.
any hotties in the series,
Goddard,
or is everybody fugly?
What are you talking about? These are like the premier assassins of their time, which means they got to blend in with people. So of course they're half fugly, half beautiful, depending on what angle you catch them at. They missing a fucking finger, Roxy. Like, come on now. Like,
well, that's my favorite character is Angle Jones.
Angle Jones, yeah.
Angle Jones. I love Angle Jones. He's the one that does like that side flip and then he just stops. You guys know that one?
That must have been Assassin's Creed Queens.
Yeah.
Three Queens. Starring Kristian Harloff.
Hey, give me a. You know what? I'm gonna stop before I do my mission. I need a Sicilian slice. Oh man, that was good. All right, let's move on over. We got some other shit going down in the world. And guys, thank you so much. There's 700 people and 170 people have liked it. It really it helps so much when everybody says "fuck off" for not hitting the like button. Really, it's so very nice of you. Thank you.
Curtis has donated $20. Hi SEN crew, hello lovely Roxy. Roxy, were you created by Aphrodite because you look like a goddess as always?
Oh my God.
How is this
How did you
woman
know?
single?
Nice.
That is a crime. You're funny,
Roxy.
sweet, and cool as hell.
Roxy?
Hashtag shameless simp for Roxy.
Hold on. God damn it.
Wait,
Roxy said
Roxy,
that,
stop.
didn't she?
I was damn you, Winston. You stepped on that fucking joke.
Wait, you guys can't believe that.
You don't tell me I can't have no goddamn watermelon on the show.
You didn't deliver it.
You guys are so rude. Let them simp.
Yeah, that's right. Roxy.
She out here using simp as like just a regular ass word in her vocabulary and lexicon now, huh?
she likes
Damn.
Straight up, simp away, bitches.
I don't like this whole new movement of women just like
Calling every dude a simp.
Yeah, they're happy with this. They want us to be sad over. We sipping is sad. That's a sad activity.
I don't understand. I do not and cannot understand why a man treating a woman well and that being what
That's not simping. Simping, no.
Everybody always.
Hold on. Let RB3 explain. Let RB3 explain.
Everybody's explained it to me. Everyone's explained it to me.
No.
I know. He tried so hard at first to get her, and it's only just to get her, and it's not really who he is, and he does everything he can for unrequited love, and he's like all fucking one thing and then another thing. I know. Aphrodite in the house, feeling a little gassy.
There's an old crop duster flying around apparently.
If anyone ever farted like that, their asshole would fall out.
It'll just fall out.
Bro, you didn't know that's the sound. That's the fart you make when you're a corpse. It's just one giant.
Yeah, all the air just goes out of you. And by the way, and that's the thing. Look, there are some benefits to being men and women. One of the benefits about being dudes is to be able to drop farts the way that we do. But poor women, like even like when a woman slips a fart out, like it's like, honey, did you just fart? It's just air. Well, no shit, it's air. It's just air. That one was just air. What else would it be?
It's a fart. No shit. It's just air.
No shit. It's just air. Like there's gonna be like I think that's her way of letting me know there's no damage coming. You know?
I was not gonna think. Don't worry about it.
Nah, like for me after it's like look, it's fucking Hurricane 9. Category 9. Look out, get out of the way. All right. Let's move on over to.
We have to have a separate conversation about simping, Roxy.
We go. Yeah, I mean that's fine. We'll finish it. Yo, if you want,
let's all go on the World Girls and talk about simping.
Yeah.
I mean that's. Yo, Roxy, IG live after this. We gonna talk about simping.
Yeah, because I got some thoughts.
all right, everybody who's there were some people, there were about 75 people who listened to that wonderful message of politeness and kindness that I said about liking and continue to do it. If you hit like and you comment and you subscribe when you watch this, it helps. Just sitting there going, oh, I'm listening to the show. It don't mean shit. You got to actually click on the like and leave a comment. Let us know what's going on. Otherwise, it all goes to shit. And I know that you guys are wondering. We're still thinking about it. We're still talking about moving from, doing the live show 10 to 12, doing it the way that we do, and then moving the YouTube to Patreon, and then doing podcasting. The podcast version would be available all day. But the way to avoid that, from what we've been talking, I've heard a lot. I've heard the voices. I've heard people say, well, how can we make sure that doesn't happen? Subscribe to the Apple Podcast. Go to Spotify. Leave a comment. Let those go up, and if those start to go up, then we don't have to move the show. So if you whether you listen to this show or watch the show or listen to it, it is very important for you guys to go on over. I'm going to put the link in the chat room. Subscribe there. Leave a comment. Help the audio listens go up, and then we don't have to move the show past. We can just leave it on replay. We're going to do clip outs in November. I have a couple of announcements coming up of a little bit of a crew shift in November that we'll talk about. Also. In November, we'll talk about it also. Roxy, you're not going to be on the show anymore. I forgot to tell you. So that's kind of how it's going down. Sorry. All right, so I'm going to put the link in the chat room at the moment. Hold on, let me just do that, and then let's get to this next story.
So Tom Holland, who just got done, we just saw him on the set of Uncharted, and he's done filming that. He's not wasting any time. The 24-year-old actor just touched down in Atlanta, Georgia, to begin shooting Spider-Man 3, or whatever it's going to be called. Holland returns alongside Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange, Jamie Foxx's Electro, Zendaya as MJ, Marissa Tomei as Aunt May, and plenty others. It seems like they keep adding more people to this film. So are you guys excited this is already filming, and what do you officially want to see from Spider-Man 3?
I mean, there's all these rumors about what's happening and what's going to go down. I kind of want everything to stop as far as rumors go, and I just want to watch the movie when it happens. So I am excited for it, but it's this movie. You're not going to see this movie until they figure out what the fuck they're doing with Black Widow. Because and
Eternals.
They need, because normally what the MCU does is it connects it as if it's an ongoing television show, and you would also assume that with the television series they're going to start to do that also. So I don't think that even though it's great that they're filming it, until they get more news on what's going on with theaters, I don't plan to see this one for a while. But Beats, what do you think about this? Do you think that did you like the new Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland?
I haven't really been paying attention to Spider-Man. You might be asking the wrong person.
Okay.
I did see the cartoon though, Universe.
The Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse.
I thought that was really good. I thought it was really good. That was one of the best ones. Yeah,
Spider-Verse is my favorite Spider-Man movie, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought I was really. I mean, but it's animated, so I'm sorry, I'm not really up to the Spider. All good. Spider-Man. But all good.
Yeah. Did you just not have an interest in it?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
After Spider-Man 3, I was kind of like, I think I'm done.
You should. Yeah, Spider-Man 3 was garbage, but I would recommend going back and watching those because they switch it up and it's not the same origin story. It ties in. Do you like the other MCU movies?
I kind of liked them. I mean, I like the old cartoon, like the old 60s cartoon. Like I love that. I haven't found anything on that level yet.
Yeah.
Like just to me,
No, fair. Did you not like the Avengers movies?
They were okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so you're more of a Star Wars guy anyway, right?
I was.
You were.
I'm the wrong movie guy to be asking these questions.
No, you're not. You're not actually. You're actually not the wrong movie guy. You're actually the perfect kind of voice for it too, for people who are out there, because the new trilogy.
Cool.
Yeah,
we just have like a normal ass dude in here, because usually everybody in here is like, you don't fucking the Infinity War over Endgame. Are you fucking stupid? Are you stupid?
Yeah, he just told you straight out. I saw Spider-Man 3. I don't give a shit if it connects to MCU. I don't want to watch the fucking Spider-Man anymore.
I mean,
it's fair. But but I'm with you on Star. I was thinking about that this morning. The new trilogy just fucking dropped the ball in Star Wars.
That's a whole new video. I mean.
Yeah,
it's a whole different video.
It is.
I can go on and on about that.
I don't feel that way.
You should.
Well, I mean, that's good. Whatever.
Yeah, no, I feel that way with you. I mean, what about Mandalorian? Yeah, see.
Oh yeah, that's good. I liked it.
Mandalorian, right?
But I didn't like him taking his mask off. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you didn't like him taking it off at all?
No.
Okay. Wow, that's a new take. I like that.
Should have waited. Should have built up more mystery.
You don't think they built it up enough in leading up to that episode? No.
Once he took it off, to me, it just took away from the coolness of the character to me. I don't know.
Fair. That's coming back on Friday, season 2. We will be doing reviews of that. As of right now, it looks like I'll be doing weekly reviews with Mike Kalinowski. Is the way that it looks like it's going to happen at the moment.
Where?
Here on this channel. So that should be starting this Friday. And again, this is so again. People said that Mike's perfect for the show. I was like, yeah, I know. That's the whole reason when you said that this morning. I was like, I don't really want another person who dives deep into movies. I want somebody who just is out there. Like, I either watch it, I don't. Here's why I like it. Here's why I don't. That's why I don't think it is too long of a conversation, Beats. I think that you and I used to. So a little backstory on myself and Mike is that I met him when I moved to St. Pete. I was like 18 when I met him, and we were like, oh, dude, oh shit, you know what? He is the only person in the world, well, not in the world, but out of this universe that would understand Professor Crow. He was there.
What are you talking about?
Who was there?
He was there. So
Kalinowski was there?
No, Beats.
Oh, Beats was there. That's why I was confused. Okay.
So for those people, and I'll rehash the story. So when I was I met Mike. We went to St. Petersburg Junior College together for a little bit. And when I was there, we were pitching back and forth of these things in this theater class we were in. And there was this big Texas woman who hated my fucking guts, right? And I would continuously always bring out, and I would always talk about the Crow. And I would always talk about the Crow. You bring up Crow one more fucking time, and you motherfucker, you say what? Crow? You could do what? You talk about the Crow. Who the fuck wants to know? Brandon Lee jumping around looking like a mime on crack. Who needs it? I don't need it. You need it. Bring it up again. I'll give you a motherfucking ass and F. Go ahead. Go ahead and bring it up. Professor Crow. Remember that I was faking my monologues. I was writing and faking monologues, and she was supposed to give me a good grade, and because of her I didn't go to Georgia. I was supposed to
is that the lady that called you brash and outlandish?
I called her brash.
Oh yeah, you called her. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, because we were doing Cyrano de Bergerac, and she was the director, and I said, you're very brash and outlandish.
Wow.
You call me what? You quote motherfucking Shakespeare and telling me I'm brash and outlandish? Mother, you get the fuck out my classroom. I forgot. Yeah, Mike was a part of. He was there for Professor Crow. Anyway, so we met in St. Pete, and we just became buddies. And I remember for a couple of years we hadn't seen each other, and then I was out. I think it was like 2004. I don't know how I figured out you were out here, but like I figured out you were in California, and then we kind of got back in touch. So, but yeah, that's kind of the story of how Beats. Tap at the R. Your country accent is weak, though. Thanks. I'm trying to get it accent. it's Tabitha. It's supposed to be like completely. I'm trying out for Juilliard next week.
And you cast me in your movie.
Which one was that?
Your stand-up movie.
Oh yeah. Grasping at Straws. He's in. Yeah, Beats is in Grasping at Straws also.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right.
He cast me in that.
Yeah, he slams fish. Remember that?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Is that like a sex thing?
No. He says he's telling a joke. He's telling a joke in the back. There was a whole.
Who wrote that? Did you write that line?
I did. There was a whole angle.
You wrote that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there was a whole angle on what was because Ellis is in that scene, and Ellis looks over and you say, and he slams fish, and Ellis goes, I don't get it. And Lou Santini, who plays like the like head alpha, looks over at Ellis and he's like, this is my buddy. Pretending he's like, oh, slams fish. It makes no sense at all. But the whole angle, what you were supposed to do is you were supposed to be like the guy from like American Idol who was just getting spots because the headliner was hooking you up, and it was like the whole politics of it all. Which, by the way, is another fascinating angle.
Kyle Van Ardore donated $20. Did anyone catch the Mando Monday on the Star Wars YouTube channel? They showed some awesome merch that include Baby Yoda that talks and moves and toy version of the Darksaber and some awesome shoes from Adidas.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that now. So back to block 6 o'clock.
Yeah. No.
That's actually another thing I didn't like was a Baby Yoda.
No,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I did not like Baby Yoda in Mandalorian.
But
it would have been 10 times better.
But he's not a baby. Without it. It's not Yoda. It's not Yoda.
You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said Baby Yoda. But that character, whatever it is, species, I don't know what species. Yeah, I don't know. Just my opinion. I think it would have been better without it.
I think it ties into everything going on.
What would the show have been?
Yeah, I think a season 2. I think a season 2 ties into all of that because that's how they're going to incorporate the Jedi. That's how they're going to incorporate Ahsoka Tano. That's how they're going to. That's how they're going to tie it into Rebels. They're going to tie it into Clone Wars. So I don't know. We'll see. Someone says that take is hotter than Mustafar.
Yeah, people are like, you just lost the fan base, Mike. you are
Yo,
I know. I just got a new nickname for him. Hot Take Beats.
Let's go.
Bro, 30 minutes. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
It was like a month or two before I said I didn't like Rogue One.
Right.
But it's streamlabs.com/the Schmodown. Come on over. Get us some Schmobots in there and do whatever you like. But what the hell was that we were talking about there? What was the story that we just
Tom Holland just started filming Spider-Man 3.
All right.
I did want to ask Mike though. You said you like the Into the Spider-Verse movie. A lot of the rumors is that this new Spider-Man movie, this one that they're filming, is going to be basically like a live action version of that. Not Miles Morales, but there's going to be a bunch of multiverse, like bunch of old people, like people saying Tobey Maguire might come back and just be like an old Peter Parker or something like that. You know what I mean? Would that get you excited to see this one or?
Yeah, I'd definitely be more excited to hear something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kristian.
Yeah, everything. No, I was just gonna say because that's the only thing that I would say that because the multiverse, it's gonna tie in a lot of elements of MCU, old school Spider-Man movies. There's I think the Raimi ones will play in. I think that the Andrew Garfield ones will play in. I think everything's going to play in because they're able to do that because of the Sony connection, obviously. So yeah, that's it.
Cool. We talked a little bit about this yesterday, some breaking news, but I wanted to get this panel's opinion on it. Oscar Isaac is being looked at to become Moon Knight in a Disney Plus series. If you guys didn't know, the hero is Mark Spector, a mercenary who has numerous alter egos from a cabbie to a millionaire playboy in order to better fight the criminal underworld. He's also the conduit for the Egyptian moon god Khonshu. So Jeremy Slater from Umbrella Academy has been tapped to helm and lead write this series. So would you guys want to see Oscar Isaac back under the Disney umbrella in the MCU with a Disney Plus series?
Yeah, and I'll tell you the only reason I'm super excited about Moon Knight at all is because of John Schnepp. It's the only reason. Schnepp got me excited for this a long time ago. He's just telling me, he's like, dude, they need to make a Moon Knight thing. They gotta make it. And I was like, what the fuck is Moon Knight? And he would tell me about it. I'm like, all right. And Schnepp make you get excited about anything. So he would tell me about it. And then Oscar Isaac, anytime you put him in anything, right, you're gonna up it because he's just a really quality actor. And him in a series, this is the thing. You're gonna. By the way, that's the other thing that we didn't talk about in that long conversation that we had the other day, RB3, that I loved, about the theaters and streaming and all that stuff. The other thing that you're gonna start seeing a shit ton of these A-list actors and big movie star talents being signed to like TV shows, series, and not just limited ones, like big. And I know we're already kind of seeing it, but you're gonna see more and more and more of it because people right now are gonna be like, I need to work. And I don't know when movies are going to start coming back in the theater, and they want to do series. Yeah, sign me up for a series. That's steady work. Oscar Isaac, he's going to be set up for a while now. So
you think it's going to be more than like limited series? Because we've gotten like the True Detectives and stuff like that, and Fargo's and stuff. Do you think it's going to be like full on series?
I think this one will be open ended. I think this one will be open. I think like kind of like what they did with Daredevil. Like you like let it plan for a potential second or third season for it. But then again, I don't know what the new MCU plan is. I don't know how it's all going to tie together.
I mean, when you throw in the fact that like it's very clear, since they're including some of their marquee names into these shows, that there's more of a chance of Moon Knight ending up in a movie when they get back to movies than Luke Cage and Daredevil and Jessica Jones did, because it was like, this is the Netflix thing. Right. We might mention the big guy, but we don't actually play with them. But I'm excited for Oscar Isaac. I think he'll kill it. But to be honest with you, I had heard rumors that they were looking at both Daveed Diggs and Nick Kroll, and either of them would have been fucking great for that, considering
Nick Kroll for
because Moon Knight has these split personality issues. Nick Kroll would have been fucking hilarious doing that.
Too much tuna.
Yeah, like I feel like that could have been really funny. But Oscar Isaac is mad fucking talented. So like I'm excited for the casting. But either of those, like having seen, I've seen Daveed Diggs all over the place, but having seen him in Hamilton recently and seeing that he can play that high energy like that, like either of them would have been awesome, but Oscar will kill it. Like I think it was good casting.
I'm trying to, was it Daveed Diggs that was in, I saw someone pop up in an MCU movie the other day that I said, well, I thought it was Daveed Diggs. He pops up for like a second. and then it was before it was. I remember thinking, but whoever it was popped before they became famous.
_simp _ Roxy donated $20. I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brother can deny that when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face you get sprung. Want to pull up tough cause you notice that butt was stuck. Cools for Assassin's Creed series.
I couldn't agree.
Awesome.
I couldn't agree more. Great. So let's.
Wait, what were we talking about before?
We were talking about Moon Knight.
Yeah, Moon Knight.
Roxy, you're muted.
Oh, don't tell her.
I can't hear you, Roxy.
Good point. After Oscar Isaac was cast, it came out that Daveed Diggs and Shia LaBeouf and Nick Kroll were all in talks. The reason that came out is because they're all three Jews, and Moon Knight is a Jewish character.
Okay,
and
word.
they ended up casting Oscar Isaac, who there's a lot of controversy about not being Jewish. Some people are saying that his father is distantly Jewish. He was raised in a very conservative Christian household, where he was half Cuban and half something else, and neither of those things were Jewish. So there's like a little bit of unrest in the Jewish community right now about this being one of the first Jewish superheroes and it going to Oscar Isaac. And those other three names were all Jews. So that's why people have been talking about that a lot.
So is he officially cast, or I thought it was
not
just
official.
rumors?
It's not official.
Got it.
It's not official yet. Mike, do you have Disney Plus?
No.
Okay, so you don't give a shit about any of this stuff.
Pardon me.
I usually I watch it during the holidays. I go to my sister's house during the holidays, and I watch The Mandalorian when I was there.
I see.
So
because that's. I mean, there's not a lot. I looked at all the stuff that they have. I'll tell you what they do have, and I am sure I might be the only person that remembers this show. Gummy Bears. Do you remember the Gummy Bear song? Yeah, the Gummy Bears show.
That.
Holy shit!
Gummy Bears.
Can't bounce in here and there and everywhere. Yeah. So
that's beyond compare.
Yes, we are the Gummy Bears. So I saw someone in one of the Facebook groups posted it, and I said, "Holy shit!" First of all, I forgot it was Disney. It was like one of the first. It was one of the first like animated series that started all. It came out in like '85, and it started like the forefront of all that animated boom that came out back then.
Yeah.
Went from like 85 to 91, and it's on Disney Plus. So I started watching the first episode last night with my daughter, and she loved it. And I was like, "Oh man, I gotta watch it." So it's Gummy Bears is great. Beats, can you remember the whole song?
Bouncing here and there and everywhere. Fun adventures that's beyond compare. We are the Gummy Bears.
Oh shit! Wait a minute! You hit that black lady in the church Tripoli. That
Yeah, that's right. And the other thing, did you know that Beats? I don't know. They don't know this, but E. You didn't go with me on it. E. They're all confused as fuck. All right, moving on over inside jokes. So let's get.
Sorry, I did want to say on the Moonlight thing real quick. I do like it going to Disney Plus. Part of me does wish it could have went to Hulu too, because I feel like Hulu has the potential to get a little darker, get a little get a little more edgy and gritty and all that. But part of me wonders what it's going to look like on Disney Plus. But yeah, I would like to see it on Hulu too.
I like Hulu. I watch Hulu. Do you watch Hulu?
Yeah, I mean, it's certain movies like the one that came out, Palm Springs, was great.
Have you seen Vikings?
I started watching it not too long ago. I've seen one episode. And
that show is amazing. Watch that show. Oh, that show's amazing.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah, I love it.
That's the show Brett and his watches with his wife, so he can reap all the benefits from it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is the lead of that woman a blonde girl?
Yeah.
People who watch that show tell me I look like her. I've never seen what she looks like though.
Oh.
Yeah. You do.
Yeah, when Brett
and Papa love that show. There's some booty in that, right?
Oh yeah.
It's got that.
Yeah.
That's why Brett and Lonnie. Every time Brett and Lonnie watch it, hey honey, let's fuck. Brett goes, okay.
I mean, twist my arm.
Can't say no to that.
All right, moving to the next story. What do we got?
So Adam Sandler is going back into drama. He's not taking quite a long break.
Good.
Adam Sandler is ready for another dramatic effect. The story follows an astronaut sent to the edge of the galaxy to collect mysterious ancient dust. He soon finds his earthly life falling to pieces, and he turns to the only voice who can help him try and put it back together. It just so happens it belongs to a creature from the beginning of time lurking in the shadows of his ship. Emmy-winning Chernobyl Helmer. Wow, they really do love that word on the site. Johan Renck directs the project based by Jaroslav Kalfar's novel The Spaceman of Bohemia. Channing Tatum, Reed Cullen, Peter Kiernan, and Michael Parrots produce. So are you guys excited for another dramatic Sandler role?
Yes, 100%. He is a better, right? At this point in his career, he is a better dramatic actor than he is a comedic comic actor. He was great in Uncut Gems. All right. So, by the way, and this gives me an opportunity to plug this Friday's one-on-one. I have comedian, actor, director Mike Binder, who directed the entire Comedy Store series, and he's a big part of the series. But he's a really talented actor. He starred in The Mind of a Married Man on HBO for years, but he directed Adam Sandler in Reign Over Me, which is an underrated movie. It's a great movie. And so I talked to him about that, and he just talks about how good Sandler is as a dramatic actor and the way that he kind of tunes in. I'm so glad that he's doing this. Punch Drunk Love. It's another one. I'm so glad that this is something that he's doing. I have to get Halloween Hubie out of my brain, and we have to. And I want to see this. So I love it. Is anybody opposed to this, Rox?
No, definitely not. I don't agree that I think he's a better dramatic actor than comedic actor at this point. I think he's phenomenal at both. He's in my top 10 of all time. I'm like the biggest Adam Sandler stan ever. Number one, go Jews. But number two, I could watch any of his movies at any point in time, even the shitty ones I love. And there's a lot of shitty ones.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited for this, and I love to see him go dramatic. Uncut Gems was phenomenal, and he was phenomenal in it. I never want to see it again, but it was great. And yeah, I would love to see more of what he can do. I think this is probably something he wants to do. It's probably because he wants to for no other reason than that. So that's great.
Yeah, Beats, have you seen him in stuff where some of the dramatic stuff, Uncut Gems or Punch Drunk Love, any of that stuff?
I haven't seen his recent stuff. No,
yeah.
I need to catch up on it. I do, but I had seen Click.
Yeah, Click was like a mix, right? Click was like
that movie makes me cry.
Yeah,
for some reason I really like that one. I don't know.
It's so good.
I just watched. I think he was amazing in Uncut Gems, but I did just rewatch You Don't Mess with the Zohan last night, and I fucking love that movie.
Such a guilty pleasure.
That movie
so bad,
is,
but it's so good.
That movie is so good.
What is your guys' number one?
My number one, Adam Sandler.
Wedding Singer.
If you're talking comedies, Wedding Singer.
Either Wedding Singer or it's probably Wedding Singer. I love Waterboy. I love Happy Gilmore. I love Billy Madison. But like as far as like grounded but still funny, it's Wedding Singer.
Now if you look at that scene in Reign Over Me, by the way, and I talked to Binder about
Big
this.
Daddy.
It's a good one too.
But forgot about that.
But I talked to Binder about this. There's a scene in Reign Over Me because for those people who don't know, it's like he's kind of going through this thing. You don't know what it is. You find out at the end there's this tragedy that he went through, and he's there and he's talking about his wife and his kids to his in-laws, and it's Robert Klein, and I forget the actress's name, but they're his in-laws, and they're standing together, and he gives this kind of breakdown of why he's gone through all this, and they haven't really talked to him. It's been this weird relationship, and at the end he just goes over subtly, very subtle, and he just kisses his mother-in-law on the cheek, and she like cries because of it, because they haven't had that kind of interaction, and he walks away. And I asked Binder about that, and he was like, no, that was all Adam. Adam just came up with that movement. He was in the moment, he did it, and it played, and we left it. And you just see his instincts are good. And so I think at his prime, Rox, and I know you're just kind of a big fan, so you'll kind of eat up whatever he's got. But like I Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Wedding Singer, like the prime comedy years,
Waterboy.
Yeah, you're right. It was just fantastic.
Ridiculous.
Now, when you look at, like, he just has been playing into the same tropes over and over and over again. So I just want to see him change it up. I thought his stand-up special on Netflix was great.
So good.
Great, because it was different. It was different. He pieced in the way that it was edited. All of it was just great. All right, before
we met him a couple times, remember?
At the improv. Yeah, at the improv.
When you did your shows there.
Yeah,
he's a real nice guy, man. Real hung out, nice guy. Took pictures.
Yeah, he was a good dude.
Mr. D's Little Nicky, come on.
Oh, Mr. D is a good one.
People don't like Little Nicky.
I hate Little Nicky. I think Little Nicky's hilarious. Though.
Little Nicky was his first.
Is fucking awesome.
That was his first shit bomb. That was he was.
I fucking loved it.
Yeah, but
I love that movie.
Anger Management. Let's go.
I didn't really like that. But
I love anger management. I love anger management.
Well, I mean, I think the big thing, and this is what's so interesting to me, because I was having this debate the other day. I don't understand the idea of why we do not give more comedic actors Oscars, like why they're not even in the conversation for stuff. Because in my opinion, comedy is harder than drama, because how many comedic actors have made that transition to drama, but how many dramatic actors can't do more than a cameo role?
Right. Right. Oh, no, it's that's the age old argument, man. That's been going on forever, and it's because the people who are voting on it don't think
they're old and they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, but even see that, but that's also a misconception too. People forget that when it comes to the Oscars, a lot of the voting is within each category is within peers and within people that are in the business. So it's a lot of them are the same age, and it's just this standard and weird thing that it's more of an elitist thing. I think it is an age thing.
That's true.
And yeah, so like when it comes to the comedy, I couldn't agree with you more.
Because I saw My Cousin Vinny for the first time earlier this year, and like seeing Marissa Tomei and how she clearly earned that shit. You know what I mean? Or like, I think about the fact
she would never get that today.
Never in a million years. But then I think about Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder and why he got that nomination, and he fucking deserved it.
Like, again, that because of that performance today, never would happen.
Right?
He would never get nominated for that. Too many people would be going nuts,
which is wild to me, because if you actually watch Tropic Thunder, the whole movie is not only like, this is absurd and he shouldn't be doing this. You have a black dude the whole movie being like, the fuck you mean, you people? Like, why are you dressed like that, Kangaroo Jack? Like,
let me make it very clear here. I have never once heard a black person ever complain about Robert Downey Jr. I have heard many white people complain.
I agree.
I have never heard. I mean, I don't know about where you stand, RB3, but I've never heard anyone complain about Downey in that movie that was black. I've never heard it.
I've never heard people complain about it. I've complained about how the Oscar ceremony handled that situation, because they just trotted out Cuba Gooding Jr. and was like, Robert Downey Jr. was in blackface, and I was like, oh, dude, this is pathetic. Don't make Cuba. Don't subject poor Cuba to this, man. Don't put him back in the radio days like this. I don't like it. It's making him look crazy talking. But if it just would have been a normal award show, I think it would have just been fine. But yeah, I don't know.
I wanted to see a crossover between Radio and Powder.
No.
That's the move.
Remember that movie, Powder?
Oh, yeah, that was strange.
Nobody remembers that. Powder. Who was that actor? What is that person's doing? All right, listen, before we move on to other stuff that's going to offend people, we're going to talk about HelloFresh. Very excited. We're going to turn the Schmobot off for just a second. We'll bring the Schmobot in for a second. HelloFresh, a new sponsor. And man, are we excited to talk about HelloFresh. And I'm excited because this is one of the things I'm going to be looking forward to now that we have them on board. Basically what it is, you get fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to your door with HelloFresh. It's America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh lets you skip those trips to the grocery store and makes home cooking. It's easy, it's fun, and it's affordable. It offers convenient delivery right to your doorstep for easy home cooking with the family. The recipes are easy to follow, quick to make, simple steps, and they have a picture to guide you along the way. It's awesome. You can save 40% by using HelloFresh versus shopping at your local grocery store, and it's more convenient too. HelloFresh offers so many delicious options every week to help you break out your recipe rut and try new things, something for everyone, including low-calorie, vegetarian, and kid-friendly recipes. Over 90% of the ingredients are sourced directly from growers to ensure the freshest recipes are delivered to your door. HelloFresh delivers pre-portioned ingredients, so you're not overbuying, which is a burden on the planet and your wallet. And the packaging that HelloFresh uses to ship your food is almost entirely made from recyclable and or already recycled content. HelloFresh's streamlined supply chain gets to you faster and fresher than the grocery store. You got to keep your fridge stocked by adding extra proteins or sides like garlic bread to your weekly order. It easily change your delivery days, which is something I'm always looking for, or your food preferences. And if you want, you can skip a week whenever you need to. It's awesome. The cool thing about HelloFresh is that it's committing to making fresh, delicious food available now more than ever, and it has taken extra steps to keep its employees and customers safe, including contactless delivery, tamper-proof packaging, and team member wellness checks. That's how I got my wife on board, I can tell you that. So, it's exciting. We're excited because this is, and look at a cool, Roxy will love this. HelloFresh donated over 2.5 million meals to charity in 2019. Wow. And this year they're stepping up food donations to local communities and the coronavirus crisis, which is amazing. So, what we
I like
want
that you knew I would love that. I am the best of us. Thank you.
I knew that you would love that. But this is what you guys need to do. Because start doing it now because these meats are yummy. And if you don't like meats, the other stuff they have is delicious. Go to HelloFresh.com/SENLive80 and use code SENLive80 to get a total of $80 off of across 5 boxes, including free shipping on your first box. One more time, HelloFresh.com/SENLive80 and use the code SENLive80 and get $80 off across 5 different boxes. It's pretty it's pretty incredible. So I'm super excited to have them on board. And just to one more time, HelloFresh absolutely is the America's number one meal kit.
It's legit. Before this they became a sponsor, like I've been a big fan of them for a while. So definitely.
Can they send you a turkey?
I mean, right? They should be able to send you a turkey. But there's stuff they have is it's delicious. It's delicious. Yeah. There's another story I remember is when we went to we used to, fucking idiots, myself and Beats, we would go to McDonald's and we pull through what y'all got for breakfast? This is my favorite. we would go at like 3:00 when if you know fast food, once they hit their cutoff for breakfast, they're done. Yeah. So we would get there, we'd pull up, Mike would go right into the mic and say,
"What y'all got for breakfast?"
Sir, we're serving lunch now.
What y'all got for breakfast?
It's lunch right now, sir.
I don't care. I need to know what you got for breakfast. I'm hungry.
And then my wife, when we brought it back in, we not too long after Beats and I found each other again in California, we'd be like, "What y'all got for breakfast?" My wife still says it to this day.
You can't do that nowadays. You might get shot.
I know. What y'all got for breakfast?
These drive-through workers, they're not playing anymore.
They ain't got time. They ain't got time for your shit no more.
Oh, because he's like, I'm not gonna be a viral video, bitch.
not just that. Not just that. Look,
TikTok, TikTok, baby.
But they
TikTok my balls.
They've taken it to a new level now because they got you outside the drive-through with the little things with the mask on. They're like, "I got time for your bullshit, sir. Do you want a fucking Big Mac or get the fuck out of the line?"
Oh, okay. Gotta really encourage the if you can donate here today, Streamlabs, because that's as much fun as we're having. I'm gonna Winston, Ben, and everybody else just lost their jobs. So if you're able to Streamlabs. Wow, yeah. This is not a fantastic day. Let's try to get it up. Streamlabs.com/the Schmodown. If you're able to put in any questions that you have, it means that you're enjoying the show and listening. But we need
Cold Stone donated $20. Hey crew. Just wanted to chime in to say my wife and I have been using HelloFresh since this pandemic began and it's amazing. If you're even thinking about it, just go ahead and do it. Love you guys. Hey, Brett, wait.
Oh.
Use that code. So, okay? And then the other thing for those people, what's that? Brett's fine. He just took the day off.
Why did RB3 do that then?
Yeah.
He's not here.
What?
Miss him?
She's not here.
Yeah, I miss Brett.
Yeah, because Brett's here more than I am.
That's true.
That's true. So that's why it's like it's weird when he's not here. It reminds me like the other day, my wife, where the baby Oh, the baby. She's 3 years old, but she was laying on the couch with me. She was exhausted, right? So she's laying on the couch with me, and we're watching the World Series, and this magical thing happens where she starts to actually fall asleep in my arms, right? And this kid never falls asleep. It was like 6:58, and she's fucking out. Usually she does this thing normally. This is what she does every night at around 8 o'clock. She cons my wife, and she goes, I want to say goodnight to Dada and Vivi. And she's like, okay. And she doesn't go to say she's like, you're going to say goodnight? She's like, yeah, if by goodnight means dancing in the hallway. And then she just starts dancing in the hallway, and she does this thing every night. She just starts dancing in the hallway. And so she did no dancing in the hallway, and just passes out. My wife comes out, she goes, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Why is she sleeping? Why is she sleeping? Because I'm like, because it's finally happened. The normalcy of a kid just passing out just happened. Deal with it. Enjoy it. And she's like, no, I can feel something. Something's wrong. I know something's wrong. Why is she going to sleep at 6:59? There's something wrong. So we carry her in there. I'm like, no, it's fine. And of course, without fail, this kid wakes up. She got an itchy ass. She got like a rash on her butt or whatever it was too. But she still passed out. My wife's like, see. I'm like, that has nothing to do with it. She's just uncomfortable because and oh man, trying to put cream on her. You might have thought that we were trying to teach her algebra. She was going fucking bananas. She was like, absolutely not, no. And then finally, it was a process, but yeah. So I just explored that part of my life again. All right, coming back into some other stories. Good for you. Quiet over there. Why don't you go back into the chat and not pay attention to the conversation?
Damn. I'm hanging out with my friends.
Yeah, but dude, what? But you're on a show.
Yeah, they're on the show too.
No, they're not. They're watching this.
And I'm watching with them.
So you're locked in. You can lock into both parts of the conversation while you're doing.
Have I ever missed a part of the conversation?
Yes.
Really?
Many times.
No, I don't think so.
Many times.
I really don't think so. I feel like I'm by far and away the best multitasker in here.
I don't think that's true.
I would got to give that to RB3 and maybe Ben because they're working.
On crack? I have a vagina.
What does that mean?
It has nothing to. Whoa! So you just say because I'm black, I dance better than you? I mean, I do, but like, what the fuck is that?
Hold on a second. Speaking of vaginas, Borat. You guys watch the sequel besides RB3?
No, I need to watch it.
Dude, let me tell you, there is a scene. Oh my God! All I'm gonna say, I don't want to spoil it. All I'm gonna say is that they go to this like he goes to this etiquette class. By the way, this actress in this movie is just oh my God, she's incredible. She's as fearless as he is, and so they go to like this etiquette class, dude, and then they go to this like debutante dance and thing, and he calls himself Philip Drummond III. It is just so great from Facts to Life, and he's announced as Philip Drummond III, and the shit that he gets some of these old people to say that it's incredible, and then there's this dance. I laughed so hard. I was crying laughing. And my wife goes, oh my God. She goes, I never found him that funny. And she goes, walking. I go, you have to see this scene. She's like, there's no way I'm going to find it as funny as you do. She's barreled over laughing, my wife, from this scene. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe they're doing this. It is insane. This scene. Dude,
that wasn't the one. That one was funny to me, but it wasn't that. It was when she went to the Republican women's
That was great too.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Dude, but the dance is just like, I mean, you got to be fearless to do what she did, and the reactions from, oh my God, the reactions are so good. So it's not as good as the first movie, but it's definitely it's real. There's a lot of great laughs. And
Dude,
he's just
the clinic. Like, there's a lot of really good.
The clinic was crazy.
The clinic was crazy, but the clinic was very smart the way that they did it.
Yeah,
I thought from the trailer, I was like, oh man, they're just kind of going this kind of low hanging fruit, but it's not low hanging fruit when you know what it is and what is the precursor to get into that whole scene. It's really Roxy. Have you watched any of it yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Obviously, I'm obsessed with the first one, and I really want to see this one, but I've just been like slammed. I'm like waiting for a not break it up by 5 minutes a piece.
Yeah,
thing.
so much for multitasking.
But I do want to
except hold on, I feel like Rox just was able to stay in the chat and listen to the Borat conversation and serve up.
Never once have you guys heard me be like, "What are we talking about?"
No, Winston, you're that's not the test though. What you said is you just said, "Oh well, she was able to pay attention." How do you know? All she heard was "Hey Roxy," and then she tuned in. So because I said, "Hey Roxy,"
you were talking about Borat.
No. I said, "Hey Roxy, did you watch it?" So tell me what we were talking about before I asked you that.
Before we talked about Borat?
No. We had a whole conversation about Borat.
Okay, well, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I was trying to tune.
Oh, you were tuning out.
I was trying to not listen to all the jokes because I don't want to hear all of them.
We didn't. I said
you
that
were
I was
talking about this guy from Facts of Life or something or whatever.
Facts of Life.
Whatever show it was.
You weren't listening to shit.
I was listening. I tried to tune out. It was an old 90s sitcom or something, right? The guy, he gave himself a name. He walked into the store.
To quote that show, what you talking about, Willis?
No, what was the dude who said his name? Whatever it was.
Ralph Biscuits III.
No, that's not what it was. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Applesauce Jones, the junior.
Don't be a dick right now, Kristian. You know what I'm talking about.
Biff Tompkins.
What was the guy's name?
Sloppy Balls Joey.
Can you be honest or no?
I am being honest.
What was the dude's name? None of you guys know what I'm talking about? You guys were just talking about this guy.
Skunk Farts McGee.
I mean, I can't help because I don't know who he was referring to. Yes.
Yes. Well, and how did you get that from the chat
from the
again?
Chat, because they love me. But I was listening. I heard you were talking about a different. Okay, it was Different Strokes. Thank you. I didn't remember what show.
I did. I might have actually said Facts of Life. So that's where you.
I was definitely listening. I just was like, I don't want to know what happened.
Strokes. Different strokes.
There was one other really great vagina joke and Borat 2 when I don't want to spoil it too much, but there's a scene where she hands somebody a book and then they open the book. It's just really, really funny. Anyway, I do want to say though too, I think Roxy's an incredible multitasker. I've been on set with her a bunch of times doing World Girl stuff, and she's always on top of it when it comes to being on camera talent and then also producing stuff behind the scenes. So
RB3 for the win right now.
That's right.
It's one of the things I'm actually decent at. I suck at a lot of other things, but multitasking I'm okay at.
We have two special guests on this show today. Did you guys know that? Besides Beats? Yeah. Hi, this is Senator Mitch McConnell.
Oh, Jesus.
I do realize I look like a turkey that exploded mid-birth.
Jesus.
I don't necessarily schmo down, but I can encourage you to throw down.
Somebody please use the Schmobot. Make it stop. Schmobot in.
Here is former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. Shut up. Come on. Hey, someone give him a hand. He certainly needs one. Come on. Have you seen those hands? It looks like evil is trying to get out of the hands. What are you going to do, Mitch? What are you going to do? You going to make sharks with lasers with that laugh? Ah, ha, ha. There you go.
I'm in pain. I'm in pain. I wish I was not as good of a multitasker right now, so I didn't hear that.
So that dude does the most. That dude does the most evil laugh you can ever imagine. And I don't care. We can talk politics and not talk politics. That motherfucker, when he's on, he's yeah, I'm gonna do it.
He literally
Sesame Street.
He reminds me, honestly, if Forrest Gump was tortured by the Emperor and then sent back to be a part of the Senate, that's kind of what he reminds me of.
It's like he's like Emperor Palpatine's clone just gave up.
Seriously, just fucking gave up, bro.
You ever see Twins? You ever see Twins where Arnold got all the love and then Danny DeVito that's like, so Arnold is Palpatine and Mitch McConnell is the Danny DeVito of it.
One of those the tank Snokes that didn't quite finish yet.
Yeah, that's right. They call me Snow.
You sound like Count Chocula.
That's what he does. Have you heard him laugh?
Have you heard him laugh? That's exactly what he sounds like.
Many times.
Unfortunately.
What kind of laugh it sounds like, dude? Fuck's sake.
Jeff Bezos has a real evil laugh too. Did you he was like doing like some robot arms or something, and then like he had like this Lex Luthor ass laugh going to him like, oh my god, he's
my favorite laugh is, I'm sorry, I was gonna say my favorite laugh is still the Kawhi laugh.
RB3. So by the way, I wanted to tell you, I have to find the actor's name, but my daughter has been obsessed. I told you she was obsessed with the what the hell was the name of the on Disney Plus, the fucking about the daughters and the sons of all the villains.
The Jets.
It's not what's the kid that was in the Cameron Bryce, the kid that passed away. Descendants. Thank you. She was obsessed with the Descendants for a while, and now she's watching Zombies, right? And it's another one on Disney Plus. The coach on that show, RB3. I thought it was you. I swear to God, really? I gotta bring up a picture. I was like, he's funny. He's really funny on the show too. But this guy, I'm like, if it's not RB3, they're related. I gotta bring up a picture of this guy. But as I look for the picture of this guy, can we get to the next thing? And by the way, so this is probably the last show we're ever going to do. Can you, if you're able to, head on over to streamlabs.com/theschmodown and throw in any Schmobots that you can. This is
so what about the Giuliani thing? Was that real?
It certainly seemed like. Yeah, Mike. I was the interview that I was doing. I figured that it was just going to be me and giving all the interviews that I was given, and I didn't realize they were gonna have a camera on me when I had my hand on my ball bag. It was something that I wasn't expecting, and then Sacha Baron Cohen came out and he said, "Oh, Spooky, I got you." I said, "I was just fixing my ball bag." He said, "No, you were trying to get it on my sister," and I said, "No, I wouldn't get it on your sister." But so yeah, they caught me with my pants down, literally. So
yeah, like how did that happen?
what a follow up! That was amazing.
your guess is as good as mine, Beats.
Yeah. Now they really got him on that though. So.
Yeah. Let's get to the next story, man.
Okay. Kenya Barris has been set to write and direct the proposed biopic of comedian Richard Pryor at MGM. Attempts have been made to adapt Pryor's life to film for some time, the most notable being helmed by Lee Daniels, penned by Bill Condon and Danny Strong, and starring Mike Epps as Pryor and Oprah Winfrey as his grandmother. It never made it out of development. So it seems like it's finally going to happen. Who would you guys want to see star as Richard Pryor?
So I'm assuming this is going to, well, first of all, that's mad disrespectful. But second of all,
Pryor's like his favorite comedian ever.
That is also my favorite comedian ever and everything. Like, are you kidding me? But like, Kristian, I'm sure you remember this joke. I'm sure you heard this joke where he was like, I walk into a casino, butt ass naked, jump up on a blackjack table, go, blackjack. Like, that's just fucking amazing.
I didn't know. Sorry, I didn't know you were a Richard Pryor fan.
Have you been watching? Did you watch the Comedy Store?
Not yet. I haven't.
The second episode, they go a lot into Richard.
Once you watch it, then I'll say that you're the biggest fan.
They do talk. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they talk about with him. He's a big focus in the second, and how much.
That's great.
Might even be in the first. How much? Obviously how much Mitzi just loved him.
I gotta ask the question. I mean, does that mean that this movie is going to be called Pryor-ish? I had to do it. Hit me with that. There it is. Thank you.
Much.
But I was good.
I didn't get it, but I was listening.
You better copyright that. Copyright that.
Right. All of his shows have ish.
Yeah,
so
Kenya Barris is the ish guy. He's blackish,
grownish, mixed ish.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't get it either, Roxy. So I'm with it.
Now they have an oldish.
Okay, so
they have an oldish.
I'm sorry, so I should have asked you first. Then, is there somebody that you're like that's it? That's who's playing Richard Pryor?
I mean, real talk, just as far as look, but I don't know if he's comedic like that. Lakeith Stanfield, just from the look, would do well, but I do not know if he necessarily has that comedic timing. His comedy is a little bit more like slow.
But he's also an actor, and he
I know.
He could probably tap into the energy. So I
hope so.
That's a good choice.
I think
a couple of names from the chat. What do you guys think about Omar Epps or John David Washington?
Omar Epps. John David. Yeah, John D.
Oh, I was gonna say also too, Daveed Diggs. We talked about him a little earlier with the Moon Knight thing. I think if he slimmed down and he got, oh, this is the dude from.
What is this?
Like me, this look a little bit like me. Yeah. The beard's a little crusty, but
you gotta see once you.
RB3 is more handsome.
You gotta see, dude. That guy's really funny too.
His beard is lined up.
Yeah. But
RB3 got the lined up beard.
Yeah, just cut it down. Thank you. Appreciate that. Trying to keep it straight. But I love Kenya Barris. Like I'm a huge Kenya Barris fan. Like even that Black AF show that everybody hated on Twitter. I thought that was funny. The thing
I just don't like him as an actor. That's all. I don't like him as an actor. I thought the show was great.
Who's that? Which one?
Kenya. I just don't think Kenya's personally. I just don't like his acting. But I think as a creator and a showrunner and all that, I think his shit is amazing. But that's just.
Listen, Daveed Diggs is already in Blackish, so I think there's already kind of a connection there, and I think that's a connection that makes sense. And he got the comedic chops, and I think the dramatic chops too. I don't know if he necessarily looks like Pryor that much, but he'd probably have to, I don't know.
I think Daveed Diggs is a better choice than Lakeith. And I like Lakeith a lot.
Well, the best answer I think though is Donald Glover. Somebody.
Yeah, it's hard to. I think that those other two guys. I mean, I think Donald Glover is a great actor. I think he's really good, but I think that he's just so big right now that it's to look at him past and say, is that Donald Glover? Is that Richard Pryor? I think those two guys. I tell you, I think that Daveed Diggs. That's my choice. That's my.
But have you seen Donald's stand up though?
It's great.
Because his stand up is exact. It has that same manic ass energy, and I think
great. I think Daveed Diggs can tear into that energy a little more. Plus the fact that I think that, and I am a stickler for getting height and stuff right. Like I was, I think that for me, I don't know. Let me see.
Is it a stickler for height?
Height, yeah. I think Donald Glover is 5'9", right?
Well, Lakeith then is probably the closest, right? Because I think he's
Richard. Well, I mean that's 5'9", 5'10", so that's not. That has nothing.
You think Richard Pryor was taller?
I thought he was like 6 feet.
It's because because of that cocaine, man. Just because of that cocaine.
Still,
it's real thin. No, it's just he's just real thin. So because of the energy and the way he walks around, and because he was that skinny, he just looks tall as shit. But he was like decent height.
Couple other suggestions. Lamorne Morris, if you guys watch New Girl.
Shadow Dragon Productions donated $20. Old loves they die hard, old lies they die harder. I wish I had an angel for one moment of love. I wish I had your angel, your Virgin Mary, undone him in love with my lust, burning angel wings to dust. I wish I had your angel tonight. Joseph Curran donated $40. Hey guys, love the show today. Did y'all see the Cowboys fan who got upset and shot his television?
Yes, no. I did. Yes, I did. That was great. He was like, man, fuck this. And he threw a bowl in and it shattered. He punched it a bunch of times. He threw it on the ground. He pulled his gun out and said, bah, 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 bah.
I don't buy it. I think it's even I didn't sing it. Yeah. It's planned, set up. It's like, what we'll do and we'll make it go viral. I'll tell you my favorite, I would say going back to Pryor, my favorite George Carlin thing ever is like, well, the way it worked was I had a heart attack and then Richard had a heart attack. And then Richard burnt himself up, and I said, fuck that, I'm going to have another heart attack. It's like, because he said, I'm leading 2 heart attacks to 1. It was so great. Like, yeah, they talked to, you see a little bit of Richard Pryor talking about when he was running down the street on fire. Yeah. He talks about it. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, him, like, honestly, like Richard and Carlin, like they set everything. I don't think you have a single.
$25. I just shaved my balls. I'm touching myself later.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Deadpool. Thank you.
Well, there you go. Thank you so much. Well, why would you touch yourself later if you shaved your balls?
Shave right now. Go ahead, clamp them down, baby.
Work to do.
So Kristian, just asking about a biopic, just because we've seen so many, like, what would you want to see from a Richard Pryor biopic? Because I feel like the music ones are kind of paint by numbers, unless you do like something like a Rocket Man, which is really refreshing.
I'll tell
what would you
you
want to see?
I would like to see a little bit more paint by numbers for comedians because you don't see them much.
Exactly.
You're absolutely right. Most of them, what you see is the musicians one, and it is a lot about the same. How they got started, how they went down the shits, how they either picked themselves up or how they died. That's usually how it goes. Now with Pryor, I think the good news about it is, and the other thing you're not going to have to worry about is a lot of times, like if you look at something like The Queen, I liked Bohemian Rhapsody probably more than most people. It was my favorite movie that year, but I understood the pushback on it from a lot of people who said that it was more of like a VH1 behind the music, and Queen had a lot to do with it, so it painted there wasn't a lot of darkness in it, right? You're not going to get that in Richard Pryor's doc because Richard Pryor would be fucking pissed off if you didn't show everything that went wrong in his life. He would want you to show. I think to that point, Kristian, you just got the blueprint, and Dolomite is my name. Like the simple fact, like I understand that like Dolomite wasn't necessarily like a Richard Pryor level of, but like based off of that entire storyline and seeing how you can show how there was a lot of failures or issues. I think that it can be done. I want to see Richard dealing with his cocaine problem, but still killing. I think the difference with Pryor and Dolomite is that I think the overall idea behind the Dolomite movie was to inspire dreams. It was a feel good film. Dolomite when you watch it. Pryor's movie's not going to be that because it wasn't a feel good story.
No.
It was his success is. But he was so innovative in the way that people don't understand that the way that people do comedy now, that was what Richard Pryor was doing back then when other people weren't doing that. Richard Pryor just told stories about what was going on in his life and talked to you the same way. Comedians did not do that. There was bits and sets, and it's still bits and sets like there is today, but it was more like you weren't revealing who you were the way that Richard Pryor revealed who he was. Right. And he would, if he burnt himself up the day before, he could tell you about it the day after. The next day. Like him talking about him growing up in a hooker house. Like that's, no one would ever admit that back in the day. And he was just like, yeah, my mom was a hooker. I was just all up in that motherfucker. Like, it's like, yeah. And but that's the thing. And this is Roxy, jumping back to our conversation of, Clyde Alive, is that there are a lot of people that would not, even if they had the same stories as Richard Pryor, right, which wouldn't be a thing at all because people have different stories. But if he had the same exact stories as Richard Pryor, but didn't have the same voice, didn't have the same type of vocabulary, and didn't have the same way of moments on how to hit the voices and how to throw the characters in, then it's not funny. Same exact stories, but it's the way that he would use, and it's his voice alone. Like I can just picture back into like Harlem Nights and Beats. Remember you and I, we used to watch, we would go back and we watch Harlem Nights, we watch Friday and all those things too. And it's just because those inspired, like movies that Richard Pryor did inspired those types of movies down the line. Are you a big Richard Pryor guy? Go ahead, Mike.
I have a
Ski2_Valentine donated $40. I heard what you said about me on Game Time, Winston. You saved yourself. Don't worry, I got you. Swag, drip.
Who said that in Skeeter?
Yeah, Skeeter. Yeah, Skeeter.
Yeah, okay. Look, I said this a million times. There was nothing against Skeeter. I was just saying that they put him in as the best friend, the black best friend trope. That's all. Skeeter was the fucking man. I love
Skeeter.
I just hated that the show should have been about Skeeter, not Doug. Ain't nobody care about no boring ass Doug. Skeeter was the man.
I love Doug too. You didn't like Doug?
Quail Man was dope. Doug was boring as shit, talking to himself in his diary. Get out of here.
All right, so go ahead, Beats. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, you know what? Eddie Murphy, he should play him. He grew up on him. That was his idol. Throw some makeup on him. He's got the mannerisms down. Eddie Murphy's Richard Pryor. Boom.
It might be too late though. He's too old. The only problem,
I think, it's too late. I mean, you could always try to do the de-aging thing, but then the movie becomes super expensive. I think that's
Dion Cole.
If it was hold on a second. If it was like 1992, 1993, absolutely. I think he's the first choice. But the fact that he's, it's just harder to do with him now. And I think that the de-aging in the fucking Scorsese, the Irishman, didn't work out.
What do you guys think about a Wayans brother? Like Marlon Wayans is coming up in the chat.
I like Deion Cole.
Deion Cole.
Yeah,
I think
Cole's
Deion
amazing.
Cole would be like, honestly, if you even look at the way he like his bits, they actually are probably the closest I can think of who's active now, like a black comedian now that is most.
But he's the same thing. He's 48 years old. It's like I want to see someone kind of, you know, I think the ones that you came up with before are way better.
48
span is.
Aren't they going to use a couple different actors because they have like a young Richard Pryor, right?
Probably
Richard
not.
Pryor started pretty young, didn't he?
Yeah, but they did, but that's what I'm saying. So they're probably going to have. I think they'll have somebody right in the 30s age that can because it's easier to age someone than it is to de-age them. Yeah, and then what was the other shit? I had something else I was going to bring up there. Shit, what was the question you asked? Oh, the Wayans. So Marlon Wayans. I just watched. Did anybody else watch that Sofia Coppola movie with on the Rocks?
I actually heard good things about that.
I heard a lot of good things. I want to watch.
Is that the Rashida Jones one?
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's on Apple. Yeah, and so it's about Rashida. What an idiot I am! The other day, my wife goes, "Who's in the movie?" And this is something that you don't say that you shouldn't embarrass yourself with, but I will. My wife, and I was tired, but my wife goes, "Who's in it?" She's like, Bill Murray's in it, right? I go, yeah, Bill Murray and Rashida Wallace.
Nice.
Rashida Wallace. And I go, and I caught myself immediately, and I go, because my wife doesn't know who Rashida Wallace is, and I go, idiot. And she goes, what? And she goes, you call me an idiot? I go, no, I'm an idiot. She goes, why? I go, it's Rashida Jones. She's like, so what? She messed up the last name. I go, if you knew who Rashid Wallace is, you'd understand that in no world should I gotten the two.
That's amazing.
What's his name?
Donated $20. How much of the Richard Pryor story do you devote to his relationship with Gene Wilder? Those movies along with Harlem Nights were some of my favorite Pryor's projects.
I think it's a part of the movie. I don't think it's the overall thing. Yeah. It's him. The demons that he had to fight, the marriages that he was in, the children that he raised, and it's a lot. But sorry, just to jump back into On the Rocks real quick. It's a really good movie. I was nervous because Sofia Coppola to me is hit or miss sometimes. Like, what was that movie she did with Stephen Dorff where he's just driving in the car for 20 minutes in the opening credits?
I know exactly the one you're talking about.
My God, I remember.
I know exactly the one you're talking about.
I mean, I'm not even joking. Like it's like for like there's like 2 minutes of him just driving around in a circle.
Well, I do like that movie a lot.
Oh, I couldn't even do it.
It's with Grace Place Moretz, right? I don't. Elle Fanning, I think. Elle Fanning.
I don't even know. I can't. I watched it once. I'll never go back to it. I didn't mind the bling ring
somewhere.
Yes, it was somewhere. Yes,
it was somewhere. I love that movie.
But so I didn't know what we were going to get with this one, and this is a really good movie. It's about Rashida Jones was a writer that is in a struggle right now for writing. She's got a block because it's hard for her to do anything because she's married to Marlon Wayans and she has these, and she's in a happy marriage. She's got the kids. She's a great mom. She takes the kids to school, the normal kind of process, and she starts to wonder because one night Marlon Wayans comes back comes back from work, and he starts like aggressively kissing her in like a sexy way, and then he like snaps out of it for a second, realizes it's her, and goes to sleep. And she's like, well, fuck, what the hell is that? So she starts to do this. She starts to do like this investigation, or starts to have these ideas of, is there something going on? So she brings it up to her dad, Bill Murray, who is kind of like a womanizer and left her mom for another woman, and it's just like he just kind of is kind of like a chauvinist, but like has a relationship with him, and he wants to have her in his life more, and he starts to encourage her to investigate and to try to find out. And that's the it's kind of like a didn't he type of movie, and I thought it was really good. I didn't think Marlon Wayans was great in it. I don't think he's bad, but I just don't think he's a great actor. So I don't know if I would want to see him as Pryor, if that makes sense. Yeah, that was kind of like a long way to say it, but I
get what you're going for.
But I also wanted to talk about the movie itself. So, all right, let's get into. There's a lot of great stories we can still keep talking about, or we can actually go to some of these questions because we're going to get to streamlabs.com/theschmodown. Anything else to talk about, Ben, or should we move on?
Well, I'll share my screen real quick just because I want to show people because you were big against Mark Wahlberg as Sully. How do you think he looks?
I think it looks like Boogie Nights Part 2.
You mean that in a good or a bad way?
That was definitely not a good way.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, the mustache.
Boogie Nights.
The mustache and the hair. It looks. It looks. Look, I like Mike. I like Mike Wahlberg. He's great. His brother's even better. Mark Wahlberg is a good actor. I like him. I know, but I like Mark Wahlberg. I do. I like him a lot.
But do you like the mustache?
I not by that picture. If someone says Freddie Mercury's stunt double. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I gotta see how that looks and how that plays on screen. But right now, he looks like Dirk Diggler.
Older Dirk Diggler.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yeah, they should just make a sequel to that movie. Show him when he's older.
Please, Dirk Diggler didn't make it past 30. Let's be honest.
He didn't make it that far. But I would say though, that would be an amazing if the Uncharted movie was secretly a Boogie Nights sequel. I'd be down for that.
Dude, if we get rickrolled from an Uncharted movie to a fucking Boogie Nights sequel, that would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
I'm actually low key into that as well.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
I don't know. I just think that for me,
Kristian, what's happening?
my stupid camera is starting to think. To me, I think that Wahlberg wasn't the best cast for Sully, but we'll say he's like, I don't know, kid, you still climbing rocks? Why are you climbing rocks? It's like, just if you can, I can't make that jump. You want to try to take that jump? Do the jump. I'm not going to do the jump. I'll meet you on the side. I'll grab the Jeep. I'll meet you on the other side, kid. But I can't do that now. It's like, I don't know. I don't see.
It's always interesting when there's not a single, I haven't talked to a single person that's like, Mark Wahlberg is a perfect fit for Sully. So it's like either the casting, I mean, he was already cast, right, as the kid, and then he aged out and went to be Sully. So either they were just like, fuck it, we'll let him do it, or maybe they saw something we didn't see.
I think he's a producer on it, right?
Right.
Rex, you can't say that. You can't say people don't like Mark Wahlberg.
I love him.
You can't say that.
No, even
though kid's got some skeletons in his closet, but
well, that's a different show.
Boston forever still.
Anyway, so we'll see how it turns out. But did you play these games, Mike?
Which game?
Uncharted?
No.
Oh, okay. And Ben, you did, right?
No, I started the fourth one and
Okay.
I never got into it.
I actually played.
I hear they're good
too.
though.
Well, we're what an alternate universe when I'm the resident Uncharted expert.
Well, I played Uncharted. I actually did play Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. I didn't play the fourth one, but yeah, I do agree with everything y'all saying. I don't know about the casting, but I'm excited to see him in it. But yeah, I would still prefer to see a Boogie Nights 2. Maybe Tom Holland is the new Dirk.
Well,
I think I don't really think I don't know if I talked about it enough, but I think that Tom Holland looked phenomenal as young.
He looked great.
I think he looked great. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that movie. I think that movie. Now that jumps back into our conversation earlier, right? So that's another movie I think could have been a great series, but that could be the first real big blockbuster
video game movie that does well.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, I think you set the groundwork a little bit by like the Tomb Raider movies weren't bad. They weren't good. They were just whatever, but you kind of set that groundwork, and then you've seen that you can do a proper video game story even with Sonic. Again, I think they did a good job with Sonic considering all things considered, and I'm glad they went back and made him not look like a demon. Yeah. But I think that this could be done really well, and you're essentially setting the stage for the new Indiana Jones, essentially, if done properly.
All right.
Yeah, there's room for adventure films with, there's no Indiana Jones. People even like that Dora Explorer movie. I heard that was actually pretty good.
Really?
I heard it was pretty good.
Sitting on my shelf somewhere.
Nobody saw it though, but nobody saw it. And that's
the sad part.
That's what makes me worried about Uncharted is I don't know what the commercial viability is going to be. How much money is it actually going to make?
Even with your daughters, you didn't see the Dora movie?
I can't remember. Something happened when I was supposed to take Vivian to the screening, and I can't remember, something happened, the reason why I couldn't go. But then they sent the Blu-ray, and I just never watched it. We did watch Scoob the other day.
How was it?
Ooh.
It was cute.
Yeah.
It was cute. It's on HBO Max.
I'm assuming that's a Scooby-Doo thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Came out right at the
Scoob
beginning
exclamation
of the
point.
Yeah, right at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, it was scheduled to come out for screenings and all that, and then they just released it, I think, as a a video on demand, but it was good. I mean, it's 100% better than any of the live action. No offense to our pal Freddie Prinze Jr., but I watched some of the we watched a trailer, and this is my daughter. I envy when kids when you're younger, and I used to be like this, and I think everybody was, where movies were just movies and they were just fun no matter what they were. You didn't really say, oh, I didn't like that one, the acting wasn't good, this, that. You just saw everything as if everything was real. This is the only time ever when my daughter had just watched Scoob, and I showed her the trailer. I was like, okay, maybe she want to watch one of these live action ones, and I showed her a trailer for the Scooby movie, and she's like, that don't look very good.
Oh
no! And she's like, the animation looks much better.
I don't even remember as a kid being able to decipher if something was good or bad. Like,
right, and that's the first time I ever heard her do that. It's the first time I ever heard her do that, where she's just like, I think I like the animation a lot better. And then yeah. So, but anyway, let's move on. Streamlabs.com/theschmodown. We got about a half an hour. Hopefully, you guys are able to
save the show
for today. This is a record low. So streamlabs.com/theschmodown, and let's get on to some questions here, Ben.
Take in of the source. Will the spectacular be live stream or pre-recorded? Since there's so many matches, I imagine scheduling for everyone for a live show would be tough.
It's going to be very tough, but it's also because we were going to try to do a live event to see if we can go outside and do that, but it would be too much of a loss financially to do it. It would only be like 15 to 20% of people allowed in anyway. Just not worth it. So we are going to do it. We have 5. There's potentially going to be 6 matches for the spectacular. We have 5 of those matches confirmed. The Star Wars Championship between Andres Cabrera and Alex Damon. We also have the Teams Championship between Shazam and the winner of the tournament. The Inner Geekdom Championship between Chandru and Chance. The Singles Championship between Dan Murrell and Adam Collins. And then Brett Sheridan versus Kevin Smith. Now, there's one other match that we're working on that should be announced hopefully sooner than later. And we would like to maybe tape it the same way they used to, airing it live for pay-per-view for people. So we have all the bells and whistles, all the scenes, like all of that stuff. But that's kind of the way that we're looking at it at the moment. Cool. Okay. All right, what's next?
Is there any possibility of an IG or Star Wars match before Spectacular?
Say that again?
Is there any Star Wars or IG matches before Spectacular? Or is it the next? Is it just the 2 championships?
No. So the next. Oh, by the way, so I just got a confirmation on one of the last match that I wanted. One of the names has confirmed. Now I just have to confirm the other one.
I don't know why I didn't text you. Why there was no.
Yeah. So anyway, so then I wanted to let you, we have, I'm trying to think, the teams tournament, well, the horror free-for-all, which is this Friday on the Skybound channel, that is going to be 3 points for the winning faction, a point for the MVP. That goes down this Friday on the Skybound YouTube channel. And then after that, it's just the teams tournament, and then we get into the spectacular. That's it.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Who would win from Ultimate Fights? Who would win in a fight? A Lego brick or a push pin?
Lego brick.
Push pin.
Lego brick.
Lego brick. Because a push pin, just that one singular little prick. Have you ever stepped on a Lego brick before?
Yeah, actually, it's so funny. Like, so Steve Renazzisi has a joke about that. It's painful. But Aisha Kenya, I wanted to address her. She's in the chat. Not trying to be rude, but why is Smith going against Brett and not Bateman or Dan? Because Bateman and Dan are established Schmodown players. They have Bateman has over 13, 14 matches. Dan Murrell's the champion and has over 20 matches, and he's playing in his 14th title match singles ever. Kevin Smith is 1-0. Brett Sheridan is 1-0. They're both, they're building up. Kevin Smith is not a Schmodown player ready for Ben Bateman or Dan Murrell.
If you're coy, you don't let Kevin Smith.
Oh, you don't want any. No, because if Kevin Smith goes up against either Ben Bateman or Dan Murrell and they TKO him or KO him, he's never going to want to play ever again.
Right.
Yeah. But then it's not fun.
It's not fun for him. And then you want him to build up to that. And once he builds up to it and he gets a big, like if he gets himself, look, and Brett Sheridan was not supposed to win against Bonnie and he won. Brett Sheridan knew 85% of the questions that were asked in the Jericho Smith match. So this could be a really close and tight match. So
I think it's gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna be a
too.
good one.
Why is Bonnie such an awesome person and so bad at understanding the rules of Schmodown?
It drives me crazy.
It's unbelievable.
She's been playing since season 1. She drives me crazy. I'm like,
she
I told her,
is the best,
ever.
but simultaneously the wackest.
I called her.
I'll defend her this that even Whitney Seibel doesn't know the rules still either.
But you know she knows it. He knows it better than her. I mean, like it was like.
Can I get more time on the one question?
Also, Bonnie's been around way longer too.
Bonnie's been away way longer. I give Whitney a pass because it's like because and I don't have the kind of relationship with Whitney the way I do Bonnie. I was like, Bonnie, listen, you're going to be playing in the tournament. You want to play. Ken wants you to be in there. Watch this match. Learn all of the rules. Know when to use this. Know when to use that. Do that. She's like, I will. She didn't watch shit. And like,
in all fairness to her, she probably doesn't care.
She does, but she did. She gave me this whole spiel of how she was like. She was so excited to play. She wanted to win. She wanted to get there again. She wanted to do this. And I was like, you need to know the rules. And but she put on a show. She's going to win entrance of the year. I'll tell you that.
She's great. She's great in many ways.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to the next question.
Curtis Lopez. I've always wanted to see a Kingdom Hearts show. People have always wanted a movie. Kingdom Hearts would not work as a movie. It would be too expensive. Get the showrunners of Avatar: The Last Airbender and put it on Disney Plus.
Oh no, dude. That I love me some Kingdom Hearts, but that story is so convoluted that a motherfucker. I'm not ever trying to see that retold ever again for any reason. Like I'm good. Like miss me with that, bro.
All right, what's next?
It is convoluted. I want to see it.
Gavin Mullen. Hey y'all, since it's Halloween time, I wanted to ask a horror question. I'm a big Elm Street fan, but I didn't like the remake, so I'm glad I didn't get traction. But I see potential in it becoming a TV series. Thoughts? Would you bring back Robert Englund?
Yes, if you can get Robert Englund back as a TV series, absolutely. Why not? Give it a reboot. Somehow he comes back as an older Freddy. I would love that.
I just finally watched Hill House. I was so far behind. Did you? Who in here has seen Haunting of Hill House?
I haven't seen it.
None of you guys?
First 4 episodes.
Cool donated $20. Cool.
Thank you.
Oh, even better.
Holy shit. When you can do horror right in a TV series and like wrap everything up and bring things back around and continue to make something eerie the whole time, it's phenomenal. I'm all about doing TV series horror if they can be good. So good.
Awesome. All right, what's next?
Yeah, I don't think you can have Freddy without Robert Englund. Like he's just too iconic.
Mike, I forget. Were you a horror fan guy?
Yeah, I like horror. Yeah.
Could you think Nightmare on Elm Street would work good as a TV series if they could get England back?
They have to have England back.
Yeah, would you watch it as a Netflix? I mean, do you have Netflix?
Yeah, I'd watch it. Yeah, definitely.
Isn't it funny that how everybody like that's Netflix? Even though everybody wants to compete with Netflix, but it's like everybody has Netflix.
Yeah,
it's like everyone has Netflix.
Or has somebody.
Or has your mom's Netflix.
Right. Everybody has access to Netflix.
Yep.
Right. And as where it's like you say like with Disney Plus, it's like I have it. I watch it at my sister's, but like no, you got to have Netflix because of all this shit. It's like it's gonna be very hard for anybody to compete with Netflix.
Well, it's like, even on this show, it's like I want it free on Netflix. I'm like Netflix isn't free. Like that's how ingrained it is in everybody that you think it's just like a free thing.
Right.
Tyler Gosha. Hi all, long-time listener. Just wanted to give a plug for my wife's new candle business. It's called Wickworks Candle Company. You can find it on Etsy. That's a tongue twister. She had amazing candles and wax melts. Please just take a look and thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. What's next?
See, is that simping?
What?
They're married.
It's what?
That's what I'm saying. And I think
you can't simp if you're married. You can't simp your girlfriend. It's
oh my god, that means like you what you
if
can
you're
do
in
anything.
a relationship, you're not simping. That's just
you're not simping if you're in a relationship. It's literally
no. What simping is fawning and obsessing over a random or a stranger,
like an internet
or somebody you don't know or somebody you're looking to court. Like
you should never
You should court your wife.
But you can't simp your wife because you're with your wife. Or like you should be doing that already because you're your wife.
Let's continue
your
this.
Ex-wife.
No, I want to continue this, but this is. Let me tell you what I'm enjoying about this. I have been in the position that both RB3 and Winston are right now. And I am enjoying watching it because I love Roxy's position when she fights. You're not going to convince her otherwise. And
it's fine. Well, here's my trump card, and this is the only thing that I can think that might get Roxy to like stand down. This is a black term that got appropriated by white people and is blown out of proportion. I'm trying to tell you that simping specifically is going after somebody that you have zero possibility because you don't know them or you're a stalker or all sorts of shit. Like you're doing it because you have no shot in hell, but you out here just thirsting, just a thirsting and a wanting and a thirsting and a wanting.
But my defense to that, Winston, is that just because something has an origin doesn't mean it doesn't switch. Like what people throw at me as the Hindu swastika. Like just because it starts as a symbol of peace does not mean it currently is. And I feel like the way people use simping against each other is like anytime a guy buys a woman flowers or like opens the door for her, and now what people in society say is simp. And it's like that's the
toxic. Those are the toxic masculinity people who don't know how to treat a woman.
They don't exactly 1,000%. And I guess that's my problem because now we're getting a whole conversation about like how Karen got appropriated and people are like it's the new N-word. No, it's not.
I have a new song. I have a new song. Jose Garcia is a douche on wheels and his breath fucking stinks and he needs some meals. Or maybe he doesn't. I'll tell you why. You know, Jose Garcia, you got wax coming out of your ears, you dumb motherfucker.
I want to see you dumb
motherfucker. I've met you before. I know you, Jose. You're the guy that comes up to me and your fucking tits are leaking. You are, Jose, the type of guy that when you say hello to someone, their fucking eyebrow melts off because your breath smells so bad. You have tried using toothpaste and the toothpaste goes, no, thank you. We are not going near your mouth because the last time we did, we got fucking canceled from stores because we didn't work on your mouth. It worked on everyone else's mouth except yours. You really are. You don't even realize that when you walk by, your friends won't tell you. You haven't got a phone call to go in the pool because they know, holy shit, the flies are going to come around because there's you stinking up the fucking joint again. Your fucking breath is so bad.
Wait, no way, Jose. New shirt. No way, Jose. I like that.
That's my favorite. The guy's so stupid. Like, Campy is a friend of mine, and Campy goes on at the same time. He's like, John Campy's got more views than you. Good. Helps it. Good. I'm glad. Don't watch his show, you fucking stinky motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here.
Do you guys think Jose is a simp or what?
He's a simple bitch. He's a simple bitch. He's a simple little bitch boy.
He is a simp for Campia, apparently. Like if that's what he's doing. If he's like Campia doesn't know him. Does Campia know him?
And I'll tell John about it. John, I'll be like, what a fucking idiot that guy was. A stupid asshole. What do you think? You simple, stinky. You are a simp. You're a simp for fucking toothpaste. You need to fucking run around and try to get toothpaste because you know it. You know it, Jose. You know that the reason why you walk up to people, the majority of if you go to a movie screening, they know you're there before you even get there because it's like this green mist comes from the second you open your fucking car or the bus, and it comes and it just fucking hits. It hits like the nothing in Never Ending Story. It just blasts out, and people are like, "Holy shit! Here comes fucking Jose." All right, you simple bitch. Hashtag no way, Jose. Let's get back to that simple bitch.
Mike, in regards to Star Wars, are you similar to Kristian in that you come to appreciate the prequels more, or did you already love them since you didn't like the new movies?
Actually, you know what? I didn't like the prequels that much, but yes, I do like them a lot better now. Now I love them a lot better now. I appreciate them more now.
Yeah, I think that I feel the same. And I think that one of the main things that I always said, Mike, was that when a lot of people who didn't like the prequels at the time is because it was the last time you ever thought the last thing you ever thought we would get. Yeah. like the thing with the I still think the prequels
donated $20. Roxy simping is like my shot. It has no shot. Brick City.
Thank you, Danny Green.
Damn, that's crazy because Danny Ring has 2 rings, and you have.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh wait, I think he's got 3 actually because he won with the Spurs too. Oh man, so
throw that in there. I knew you.
Oh damn, that's rough, bro. Yeah. Nothing like your shot. Just saying that.
I love how that set Ben off. So like Kristian gets set off, people trolling his show. Roxy getting set off by the term simp. Like, Ben out here, you want to talk about Danny Green? You want to talk about Danny Green?
That's my boy.
I was so fucking happy yesterday because I got to go see my grandparents because I was finally cleared by my doctor because you guys know I've had like a fever for weeks and been like dealing with some crazy health issues. But whatever, finally I was cleared, so I went to go see my grandparents and I started recording Grammy, asking her all of like.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
I asked her what WAP was. I asked her to finish lyrics. Like I just went through everything, and like I was asking her like period, slay, like so many fucking things. She didn't know jack shit. She finally looks at me and goes, "I think I'm American. I don't know anymore."
Oh, you broke your grandmother, Roxy.
I know. So I'm gonna tell her that I don't understand some of our terms either.
RB3, can you, if you're able to, the fucking trash got knocked over in my corner. It's stinking up. Oh wait, no, that's Jose. He just drove by the.
Bro. Yo, Kristian, you're like a dog with a bone, bro. You find a good one, you don't let that shit go for nothing.
Nope. It's like you want to come in. That's the thing. I've decided that it's Heckler City. You know, it's like it's one of those things where it's like it's one thing. Like when you come in here and it's like a friend of mine, and he's like, "Oh, you guess what? Your friend's doing good too. Your friend's doing good too." Oh my God, I'm crazy, and my breath stinks. Oh! Look at me. No one likes me. I've got 3 friends, and they're all the friends that I made up in my comic book that no one will read. Oh, damn! You little fucking bitch boy. All right, what's next?
Jesus Christ.
That's how Roxy likes to talk to her men. So she's all.
Everything happened.
Hey, anybody pro simp? I mean, you know.
I have no men.
Oh God!
I'm kidding, Roxy. I'm kidding.
I'm alone. Die alone. Thanks for reminding me, RB.
You got to send the internet simps. That's how you got to talk to the internet simps. You know what I mean?
Oh, so good.
Oh.
That link, clip that.
All right.
I'm kidding,
what's
Roxy.
next?
I love you.
Keep
I love you,
going.
Roxy. I'm kidding.
Dagan, gotta give a shout out to Winston's IG show yesterday. Basically a free 2-hour film studies class in Lord of the Rings with Richard Cushing.
Where'd you go then?
If you haven't checked it out, you're missing out. Any chance we get a Star Trek episode with Mara or Dan?
My big thing right now is Star Trek is the other franchise that I've seen 0 of. So I need to lock down a couple movies, and then I will definitely call. Probably Mara first because I'm mainly sticking to IG competitors. I'll eventually open it up to non-IG competitors that know stuff about IG.
Dan is going to be an IG competitor next season.
Dan is going.
That's true. So I mean, I'll leave that to you, Commissioner. If you cool with me tapping him early, but that was the big discussion.
Yeah, I would wait. I think Mara is probably the better one for Star Trek for sure. And it's good. It's good to have her back.
I gotta say though, that Shmola was completely right. I felt like I learned so much, like just listening to Rachel, just breaking down how like the World War I aspects influenced the character development of Fredo and Sam. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Frodo, my bad.
Yeah. No, it's all good. Damn, back RB3, you went from the king of this show today to the simp of this show today.
Roxy, you can call me a B word if you want. So
a bottom feeder.
Yeah. I can't stand for that. I don't like that one.
All right,
what is happening today?
Mike, did you that's like I said when you were looking at the show, you see you fit in perfect.
Oh my God!
I didn't know it was gonna be this fun.
Yeah, that's right. What's next?
Lewis Cox, love you guys. Been watching for years. Also, today is my 30th birthday. Happy birthday, Lewis.
Happy birthday.
Assassin's Creed series okay at Netflix. I don't know about, however, a series might be better, I guess. Love you all. Hey, Brett. Love you, Kate.
Oh, well, neither one of them are on the show.
Yep.
No. But happy birthday.
John G. To be fair, Philip Drummond was on both. I guess Facts
he
of
was
Life
on Facts of Life, and you're right. Yeah, right. But it was Different Strokes was the one where he was. That's where he made his name.
John and John, Kristian, please react to MK11 Rambo gameplay trailer on YouTube.
I saw that, and I watched it, and I did see the back and forth that they did with him and Stallone, because they both voice the characters. So it's
looks good.
Come on, fight. Let's do it.
Epsilon Audio. Great show, guys. I absolutely love Winston RB3 explaining his simp to Roxy. It's some of the best entertainment ever. By the way, much love to Kevin Smets and his family.
Yes.
Hashtag smash cancer.
Yes. So speaking of which, and thank you for bringing that up. So we are going to be putting a shirt on the store that all proceeds will indeed be going to Kevin Smets and his fight against colon cancer. So I'm going to bring it up in a second. I'll show you the design that we have. It's pretty awesome. So I will let everybody know when that is up. So once again, when you get them, all proceeds will go to Kevin Smets, and whether or not, he's going to be using it for treatment or for food or for for baby stuff, or if he wants to donate it to somewhere, it'll all go to him. So I'm going to bring up the actual design itself.
Oh, cool.
Give me a second. It's Brian Ward did it. It's incredible. So sorry guys.
Yeah, I'll read this one while you're doing that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pac-Man Dwain. Hey guys, so question. I don't know what this answer is before, but I just got on break. But Mike was saying something that Kristian did that annoyed. What was something that Kristian did that annoyed you when y'all were roommates? And don't say he was a good roommate. All roommates do something annoying.
Oh, we weren't roommates.
No, we weren't. We were actually in acting class together, in theater class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, theater class.
Yeah, we were in theater class. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he would always take the spotlight. That was so annoying. I was the big star there. I was like the best actor in the whole class. But this guy, good. I mean, he had all the jokes. He jumped on stage, had the looks. Just before he came, I was the star of the class. I mean, that's all I can say.
Well, I can tell you this: that both the looks and the jokes are gone. So there you go. So here's the design.
That's sick.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Fire. That's fire.
Yeah. So that's going to be available very soon. We just have to.
Can we get like a stick or two of that? Because I'd love.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have stickers. I think they're gonna have
magnet.
I think they're gonna have sweatshirts and everything.
Yes,
too,
magnet.
So, yeah.
I want a magnet. I love.
We gotta get a Smash Cancer hoodie. Everybody will rock that shit. He's the king of the hoodies.
Oh, yeah. So that'll be up soon. So as soon as that's up, then we'll let everybody know. And then, like I said, all the proceeds will go to Kevin. So we'll let you know as soon as it's ready to go.
Prince that wasn't promised. Was Ben simping for Danny Green? No.
Yeah.
I was defending him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
no. You would be simping for him if you went and bought him a shooting coach and you were like, bitch, you're never gonna miss that again. That's a simp. A simp is buying shit.
Helpful. I think that's helpful.
I'll simp for the Schmobot.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's fair. But you can't though. The Schmobot actually helps you. That's the whole point.
Oh.
You have a relationship with the Schmobot.
It doesn't help me. It doesn't help me. It helps you guys.
Yeah, that's why I think
Kristian's going to be on SEN Live tomorrow. We might not be.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it doesn't help me. All right, let's go.
Frankie 3 next. Oh, that was a good note.
Thank you.
Hello, people, and hello to our guests. Just curious, what are some of Mike's favorite movies and directors? Just asking because I want to know a little bit more about his taste. Also, I finally saw I'm Thinking of Ending Things. Kristian's right. RB3, I was confused. Thanks.
I mean, the movie's easy to sum up. It's, hey, look, we're driving, and there's snow, and there's a unicorn. Oh, no, it's not a unicorn. It's snow against clouds. Well, that's right. Now I'm writing. Now we're going to get to the house. There's some people. He has a different mustache. Now it's the same mustache. Now he's fat. Now he's thin. Now they're dancing. Now they're not dancing. Now they're telling a story. It's weird. Is he a murderer? I don't know if he's a murderer. What's happening in this movie? No one knows. All right, let's All right, Mike. So, what's some of your favorite movies and directors and whatnot?
Of course, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back. I also grew up on a lot of Italian mafia movies. So Goodfellas, Casino, all those type of those movies are,
Yeah, because
so Martin Scorsese, George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, Indiana Jones, stuff like that.
Yeah,
some of my favorites.
Yeah. There you go.
That's awesome.
Bronx Tale's one also that we used to.
Yeah, Bronx Tale. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sonny had 5 fingers. But he
only used
3.
3. And then I want to go get the papers. Got to get the papers.
Do
you know that we actually had Colosimo on Collider Live? Roxy and I interviewed him.
Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah. That was
a couple of years ago, right? Like 2 years.
A year and a half, 2 years ago. Yeah, he had just gotten out of prison, and we
that was one of our more interesting.
It's one of my favorite interviews that we ever did.
It's crazy.
It was one of my favorite interviews. It was the most real.
We took a bit of heat for that.
We did?
Why?
Yeah, I think we did.
I don't remember. Not for that one, did we? Oh, I think because I think there was some. I know what Roxy means. There were some people that didn't think that we should have given him a platform to talk because and it was a controversial subject of everything too. But I just think whether you, and that was the big conversation. You choose whether or not you believe that he is redeemed or not.
Right.
You choose whether.
That's why it was such an interesting interview to me.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite interviews ever. Anyway,
it was interesting for sure.
Yeah, Ben.
That was the last one. So
that was the last one from both. Yeah. Okay, so like I said, it was a interesting day. So streamlabs.com/Schmodown. We do have 5 more minutes if you want to throw one in there to take us out. Up to you guys. If not, we're going to wrap it up, and we'll be back tomorrow. And I think tomorrow or Thursday actually. Clark Wolf's coming on Thursday, I think. So that'll be fun. Also, she's coming in. Yeah, it'd be good to have Clark Wolf back on, and Brett will be back tomorrow. Yeah, Roxy, you gonna say something?
Speaking of not specifically with Clark, but just thinking about a lot of the people in the Schmodown, Kristian.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on now? It seems like a lot of people are relocating, leaving LA, setting up camp somewhere else, at least for the time being, or permanently. Some of our biggest players in the Schmodown are doing this. What are you thinking for next season?
No, nothing changes.
They still are allowed to be drafted, and
nothing changes at all because you're referring to Mara, Dan, and Roca, right? For the 3 in particular. Well, Roca lives in San Diego, right? So Roca can, if we tape on Saturdays or if he has enough notice, can drive here, not a big problem. Live events, which he does often. If we start doing live events again, it doesn't matter where you are, you fly out. Dan Merle, most of the time, does live events.
Because he just keeps playing for titles.
Yeah. So, but and people want to watch him play. So that's an easy one. The other thing is he's planning on coming into LA for, and he called me weeks before he had made the announcement to let me know exactly what you're bringing up here, Rox. And he's like, look, it's not going to change anything because both Mara and I will be able to compete. If we know that we have, if you want to schedule us, you just have us come in. We'll. Maybe let's say he's got a teams match and a singles match. We'd tape on Saturday and Sunday, or Thursday or Friday and whatever it is, and you come in. So I'm not
like a Marisol?
Curtis Lopez donated.
So Marisol and like Adam Collins are different different stories, right? Because like you look at someone like Paul Oyama, and it was like they found a way, and that was when you asked them up top, and Robert Parker's another example, right? So when you ask them if they initially want to get into the league, if they're able to make it to LA. And they say, depending on with enough notice, I can make it. And Marisol said the same thing. Collins said the same thing. So, and for live events, if they're in live events, and both of those players, I believe, we'll see in live events. But if we can, that's the easy part of it. As far as getting out to LA, if they're able to make it, and we can have a schedule out. And digital will be a big thing next season too. So no, it doesn't bother me at all. I think
Curtis has donated $20.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, could we get Michael B. Jordan and old man Winston simping for Arnold?
Yeah. Hold on. I'll give
it. Michael B. Jordan.
Something for Arnold Schwarzenegger?
For watching the show, Rox. Right, so here
what's the answer?
You'll find out in a moment. Here it is.
Well, I know he's a face actor. I just don't know.
And we'll do. Hold on. I'll do this one.
PC donated $20. Welcome to the madness, Mike. Are you a Dodgers fan or is the cap a fashion thing?
Sorry?
She said, "Are you a Dodgers fan or is that a fashion thing?"
She?
Yeah, PC.
Yeah, PC's a girl.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Schmobot.
Yeah.
Well, the crazy thing is I'm from Tampa Bay, and that's where I'm from.
Oh, shit.
But, but I'm also a Dodgers fan, so yeah, I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
All right.
He's your Lakers guy too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. RB3 now. You RB3 liked you before, now he really likes you. All right. So.
Excuse me, young man. Is that right there? Is that Terminator right there, young man?
All right, hey, yo, old man Winston, it's Michael B. Jordan, greatest actor in the world. What's up, y'all? Hey, I was actually getting ready to direct Creed 3, which I'm really excited to get behind the camera and get in the action, But I really need, I might need some guidance from the governor. Did you know have any way I could contact them, or what's going on?
I mean, look, I'll tell you this right here. Young man, I'm gonna tell you right now. If that right there is the Terminator that came through and married the Maria Chavo skeleton thing, I will tell you right now, I will sit up here, I will pay his bills. You know why? Because he's a millionaire that doesn't need it, but I'm a simp, so I'm gonna do that.
Hey, listen, two of you. First of all, there's no reason for you to be sitting there moving your face up, down, left, right. What are you doing? I mean, I know how to deliver lines better than you. I don't understand. So if you're going to simp for me, do it after you go to acting class. And you're about the same age as I am, except you need your glasses because you did not eat the carrots growing up.
I did not.
No. You know who does eat the carrots? Whiskey and Lulu. Both the donkey and the horse that they have. They rode around, they eat it, they eat the carrots, and they say thank you. And you need to say thank you. But it's glad to have you. I'm happy to have you here. And I am going to see Creed 3. Now, excuse me, I have to go take a shit.
Hey, thanks, appreciate it. Hey, auntie.
Now that right there, that is a movie star, okay? You didn't know that before. That right there was a movie star. All right? That boy right there is as big. He is as big as the Eddie Murphy. He's as big as the Cedric the Entertainer. He's as big as the Burt the Banks. Like, come on now.
Thank you guys for joining us here today on the show. Thank you.
We had one last super chat.
Let's see. Thank you to Ben Goddard. Thank you to Winston Marshall. Thank you to RB3, Roxy Striar, and of course, Mike Beato. Beats. Where can they find you on Instagram?
Mike Beato.
On Instagram, guys. Let them know you found him from SEN. Show him some love over there. And Mike, we'll have you back, man. Love to have you back on the show.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to meet you guys.
Thank you, everybody.
I'm going to meet you.
Once again, reminder, I'm back and forth on taking the show off and putting it on replay. But can you guys go on over to the Apple Podcast, subscribe there today, get the numbers up, get more people listening to the audio, and maybe we can try to do this thing a different way. But like I said, I'll put it in the chat room right now. I'm going to put it in the chat, the comment section below. Subscribe. Help us out. And if we do that, maybe we can keep this going in a different way. So I'll work with you guys if you work with me. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. And we'll see you next time. And your breath still stinks. See you later.